All right. Gonna wait for a couple people to hop in here before we get kicked off. Let's see. There we go. T minus a minute or so here. I'm gonna start this off by saying, go ahead and check out Discord Dimes. It's in the link right now. All right, in the link on YouTube. So go ahead and check that out. Discord Dimes. That's where I'm dropping all the alpha when it comes to stock picks, crypto, what we're doing in regards to who we're taking in NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB. It's all in there. It's free. Discord Dimes. Peep the link. And jump over to Twitter so y'all can peep the Twitter page. David Metcalf Jr. here. And go ahead and post this video here. And go ahead and share this. David Metcalf Jr. That's the one. All right. Go ahead and get it kicked off. So, first and foremost, start off with good old Bitcoin here. Let's go ahead and peep this weekly chart. We got the Fed meeting coming up next week. Always starting off on the high time frame here. What do we look for? So, look for areas of common interest, right? What happens at certain levels? So we got, for example, we got a high made here. What happens? Runs up, comes and tests this very similar area, right? So previous resistance, once it breaks through, now support. Resistance turns to support, vice versa. Okay. It falls through the same area, which was once support or resistance turned support, goes through. What happens? Comes up and tags that, turns into resistance again. So that's just pure basic what they call SNR, support and support and resistance. Okay, goes through, comes back and tests all-time high, right? Previous resistance, still resistance. Now what's happening is you fast forward here a couple of years. That was back in 2021, 2022. Here we are, 2024. Previous resistance is now support. So that's what we're looking at here. I don't have any reason to be fully worried here. When you're looking at previous halvings, what's up, y'all? When you're looking at previous halvings, things tend to happen, couple months after the halvings, right? We did make an all-time high before the halving. Now we're coming back down, but now this time, unlike others, now you have not only retail investors, but you have institutional investors. A lot more money in the market. Now, the big uncertainty here is, how's the economy doing? How's inflation doing? It's pretty sticky right now. To be determined what they're going to do in the Fed meeting coming up next week. More than likely, 99% chance, they're not going to do anything to rates, not yet. Now, if you look overall at the macro trend here, we're going up. Whenever you go up, it's in never ever do things go straight up and just always go straight up. Corrections are healthy, pullbacks are healthy, especially in bull markets. So from the bottom here, so when we start picking up this trend, what are we looking at here? Oh, I got a phone going off. Roughly a 23%. So from the bottom here to the top, pulls back, roughly around 23%. All right. Again, looking at this on a high time frame, weekly. Let's go down to the daily here. I'll go 3 days. So here, this is the area we want to be looking at. 64, 65 to really about $63,500. We go up, push through. Previous resistance, now turns support. Bounces up, support. Pushes through. Now, big thing that I like to see is the fact that we push back up, and now this is still acting as support here. We can call this deviation. So if we can create another high here in the coming days or the coming weeks, we can start to see higher low, hopefully higher high, higher low. I got high confidence. We're up and to the right on this. Okay. Now, when I'm looking at charting some of these things out, and this could be short to long-term trade, and I'll give us an example of some things that I actively trade here. I'll go to ES futures, E-mini futures. So what I do is one of the things I look at is on the weekly time frame. I take the previous week high, previous week low, and then the 50% of that as well. That's going to be the range for this upcoming week. It's one of the things I look at. Okay, this is more short to medium term trades here. Same idea with NASDAQ. These are the two things that I trade, the NQ futures, NASDAQ futures. Big plays coming up that I like, Robinhood, for example, currently at 17 bucks. This is something that we called out a little while ago. My first call out was closer to 13, 14 bucks. I was just a very quick in and out on that. But relatively recently, let's say about a month or so ago, got in with pretty far out expiration on option calls on Robinhood. We got the earnings coming up here in about a week, on a couple weeks here on the 8th of May, this and Coinbase. Obviously, not investment advice. Do your own research on this. This is just telling y'all what I'm doing on this. So Robinhood, this is something I'm looking at. That and Coinbase. Those are two things that really got my eye right now in those current investments. And if y'all got questions as we're jumping into this stream here, ask away, my friends. Ask away. So we can get topping on topics that y'all see some value in here. Something I'm keeping an eye on here and will continue to scale in. I got in pretty late here to DMT, Dream Machine, but this is something I like going forward personally. Right around the 60, $67 area. Like buys in here. One that I got my eye on. Haven't pulled the trigger just yet. I'm curious what was going to happen around this area. If I can get another buy on Ondo around 66 cents, I like that. Prime's another good one. What up, Will? What's up, baby? Said, would like to know where you are going to start taking profits on some of the coins you're holding, and where would you enter on Ondo? So on Ondo, I'm looking at, and I'm going to go on to the daily right here. I have an alert set right at this 65 cent level. This is an area of interest for me. So it goes up, tests, falls through, pushes up, comes back down. Next time it came in, orders pushed it back up. Didn't quite get there this time. I don't, quite frankly, I don't know if it's going to get back down here. But if it does, that's where I'm looking to enter. I'm not a buyer here. I think there's better opportunities in different coins right now. But yeah, right around 65, 66 cents. I like this area. There seems to be a heavy area of interest here, right at 66, 67 cents. And then, I mean, even at the high, you got close to not quite 100%, but damn close to it. So that's where I'm liking it, right around the 65 cents. So that's my alert. If you are in Discord Dimes, Will, I know you are. If y'all are in Discord Dimes, this is something that I will call out when I'm entering, as I do. Just letting the people know exactly what I'm doing in Discord Dimes. So link is in the summary here. And when am I going to be exiting? So full disclosure, I'm not exiting anything anytime soon, right? On Bitcoin, this is going to be a position that I'm more than likely going to be holding for longer term. Maybe I'll realize some profits around closer to like $90,000 level. Closer to $90,000 is when I might start to trim some off, but I got like a 8 to really 12 months, maybe tops, 18 months that I think we're going to have some good opportunity here. Been on this one for a while, not touching anything here until we get to about 9 cents. Fully confident I'm going to be a community bag holder on this or to the moon. You know, it's a nice four, nice 4x right there, 3.5x. You've got DMT as a buy around 50, 55. It's what you currently have it at, or that's what you want to buy it at, is the question. No. Elaborate on that for me. Have an alert to buy around 50, 55 bucks. Yeah, I mean 50. Yeah, I mean it could get there. I'll for sure I'll be a buyer from 68 to roughly about 60, 60, 68. I'll be a buyer there. And I'll hold on that. 50, 55, obviously if it gets down there, I think that's great. But yeah, I'll be a buyer around this 68 to $59 level. I've been adding on this. You know, I had some of my last ads right around here. So I got a big outlook on Dream Machine. Let's see, BAM not selling to a dollar. I have my chart is saying this is on Beam USDT. I'm not sure what other things are pulling it up at, but yeah, right around 9 cents is where I'll be trimming 25% of the bags. So I'm holding this. All coins had a nice little run up. I think it's just a nice little test hold. I am in on ICP. We're talking about that. Yes, I'm going to evaluate what is going on right around that $23 level. So my average on this isn't the best. I'm a little bit under right now. My average is right around this like $15 range. I have alerts set to trim at 15 to 20% of my bags right around that $37 level. So just shy of a 3x from this point. Again, I'll peep the reaction right around this $23 range, see how it reacts. I'd be pretty surprised if it just blasts right through that. Might get some kind of, resistance kind of reaction, come up here, fail it. But if we can pop up and, hold that area, then I really like it for a buy up over there. Am I liking an ICP buy right now? In comparison to where I think it's going to go, yes. Is this the right time to buy? I think it's risky. It all comes back to Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin is just absolutely bleeding out, which is not, but it's in consolidation right now. You might be able to get lower levels on it. I don't think you want to probably go all in if you like ICP at this level. I never think that dollar cost averaging is a bad idea. Can help eliminate some of the risks, especially if it continues to go down more. So ICP, I feel pretty good at it right around this level. I feel better about it at $10. You get a 30% discount on that. Can it go lower? Sure, potentially. A couple things can happen from here. I think that when you look at the way this moves, this can either find like probably right around here. You see how, we have some reaction right around here, all in here, this area, right? A lot of reactions around this common area of interest here and then across. So I think this can come right down to probably around that 1250 mark. Could even come down to here potentially. Shit, it could go to 0, right? But if I were to bet on something, it'd probably come right around this like 1250-ish mark or 10. Those are some of the possibilities. Or if we come up here and we can hold above this level, then you think about probability, right? You can make a bet here and maybe you get a good entry here, but your probability of being right is better once it gets back above here, makes a couple higher highs, higher lows. So your probability of this panning out increases if you buy into some strength here. That's my thoughts on that. One that I started to trim a little bit more on just because I got such a damn good entry on it, even with all this pullback, and it's a 10x for me at this point. So I did sell around 70-ish. So no, I did not sell the top. I sold right around the 76, 78 cent level. I have trimmed some more off after we broke this support. I still hold a decent bag in PAL for the record. I do think gaming and I think that AI is going to go very well once the alts really start ripping here. So this is in that AI sector. I do think this will go very well, but in the event this just keeps falling, I don't want to round trip a 10x on this. So I do like Prime. I don't have any price targets on this exactly right now. But what I'm going to pay very close attention to is how Bitcoin is performing, what the rotations look like. One that I do have some price targets on, Illuvium. I still like this here. 264, trimming 20% of the bags, 495, 2.5, 5x from this current price where we're at right now. So in a decent spot, find some support right around here, right? Again, you're looking at the common areas of interest here. It's a pretty obvious area, some SR going on right here. So I like where we're at here. One I have on my radar is Ondo, real world assets. So another area, RWA, if you look it up on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. And you can see here, Ondo Finance joins BlackRock tokenized fund as inflows surpass 160 M's. looking at that 65 cent range here. How hopefully this puppy dog starts kicking here. I got a decent bag in PYR here. So that was looking mighty good at 10 or 11 bucks here. 4, yeesh. I hope I don't round trip here. Trim in ILV, yeah, about 20% of the bags I'll trim right around 264. Again, anyone in my Discord Dimes group, it's in the summary, it's in the details here. Click on it, free to join. But anyone in there, I'm going to be letting y'all know exactly what I'm adding and exactly when I'm trimming certain bags. Some good things to do too. Check out CoinGecko. All right. You can go to your categories. Go ahead and peep that. Where I think things are going to be doing well here, start looking at your DPIN sectors, which I think does well. In Filecoin right now, that's in there. Real world assets, gaming, AI. Those are areas I think there's a lot of opportunity in. You click in DPIN here. For an example, Filecoin, we're in this right now. I think this has huge opportunity. So you start looking, what's the price? How's it doing on volume in comparison to market cap? Things I look at. What's the circulating supply? What's the total supply here? Go ahead and check out their Twitter or their website. Go ahead and read the white paper on it. What does it actually do? Where can you buy these coins? So a lot of good information here on CoinGecko. That's pretty much all I got for y'all tonight. We kept it short, nice little 22-minute banger. Anything else y'all want, go ahead, hit up that Discord. I appreciate all y'all being in here tonight. Until next Wednesday, next stream. Catch y'all later.